It was oh so good for Celtic, but at the same time, oh so unlucky for St Mirren as they failed to hold out for a point, and Celtic came away 2-1 winners at a half-empty Celtic Park. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Celtic have done the business. They've done their job. They've put the pressure on Rangers. They've defeated St Mirren. They've defeated by far the third best team in Scotland by 2-1, and they had to come from behind to do it, and it also included a missed penalty from Turnbull. So Celtic in the end had to be patient, had to stick in there, but they got the result. They got the 3 points, and I'd say deservedly got the 3 points, but let's give St Mirren some credit. It was a good game. St Mirren definitely put in a lot of effort, and right up until the final whistle, St Mirren were pushing again to try and get that equaliser. So even though Celtic were the better team, and I think they probably deserved to win, I think we need to give St Mirren a bit of credit because they really did turn up here, and it's not often teams take it to Celtic at Celtic Park, but St Mirren, certainly did that. Even though the stats look a bit lopsided, St Mirren were always a threat, and they nullified Celtic quite a bit in this game. But yeah, let's talk about St Mirren. Then the score and the goal. McMenamin gets his first goal for the club since joining from Glentoran in that deal that cost approximately £75,000. I really haven't seen enough of Conor McMenamin. From what I have seen, I haven't been that impressed, but he got the goal, Kelty with the assist, and it was a perfect start for St Mirren to go 1-0 up against Celtic. And all of a sudden, Celtic must be thinking, oh no, we had a chip, we've dropped points against Hibs, Rangers have come back and beat Hearts, and now we're losing here against St Mirren. Could the title be falling away from the strong grip that Celtic had on it? Well, not really, because less than 11 minutes later, Davy Turnbull with a good goal, O'Reilly with the assist. O'Reilly's been great this season, whether it be scoring goals or assisting goals or just his overall play. I think O'Reilly has been such an important player for Celtic. Turnbull has had really good moments, but at times he's been off it as well. So I think Turnbull he's had purple patches, there's no doubt about it. And this goal was good. Then Celtic got a penalty, and I guess Turnbull's already got one goal. Why not let him get a second? He steps up, half an hour mark, and he hits the post. Then Semming reacts with a good save, and St Mirren get it clear. So we're half an hour in, it's 1-1, still all to play for. Celtic had more chances. Semming, by the way, had a really good game for St Mirren. He made a lot of good saves tonight. Probably the best one, to be fair, was the one in the 92nd minute, but we'll talk more about that when we get there. So it's half time, it is 1-1, and at the moment, I think at half time you could think that Celtic were going to drop points here, because St Mirren were holding it strong. They were playing well, and even when Celtic did create chances, Semming was having a great game. So St Mirren were looking good here for possibly a point. They also had created some chances of their own, but I mean, nothing major. I don't think Nat Phillips looked that good at the back. I think Nat Phillips did look a bit dodgy. And then Celtic make their changes. Basically, they bring on Forrest, they bring on they bring on the normal Celtic changes, the players that Celtic go to. Holm was on. And then we get the goal, so Kyogo lays it off to Holm then with a little flick into the middle of the box, and we had O there, and it was a great finish for him. We can't take it away from him. One touch, and then the second touch, he blasts it in off the under part of the crossbar, and it puts it past the goalkeeper. Finally, the St Mirren resistance gave up, and Celtic had the lead, and it was a good goal. It was a good strike for O. Great finish, great touch. I'm not denying that. Look, calm, composure, brilliant. But I don't think O's good enough. I just don't see this guy. If something happened to Kyogo, if Kyogo got a long-term injury, or if Kyogo, let's say, got sold in January, you, as a Celtic fan, you would not feel confident with this guy. You would not want this guy to be leading your team. This guy cannot be the number one striker at Celtic. And even after it was 1-0, he had a couple of good chances. He had one opportunity where he could have played it to Maeda. He also had Kyogo running in as well, and it was like a 4-on-2 counter that Celtic had going, and he just messed it up. He crossed it into the box, couldn't pick out a Celtic player, and then like in the last minute of the game, Celtic have got the ball at the corner flag, and he literally just played it in towards the St Mirren 6-yard box, and there was no Celtic player in the box. So he just gave St Mirren one last opportunity for St Mirren to, try and create a chance, and it's just not good enough. I mean, it was a cool finish for O, a good finish for O, but overall, his game, it's just not there. It's not there at the level Celtic need it to be. And people will say that he's still young, he's still learning. Here, that might be the case. He's not even been at Celtic a year yet. I'm not saying that he's a finished article, but when they bring them on, they need him. You know, they can't bring somebody on and hope that he's going to be good in 2 years. They need someone to be as good a replacement as Kyogo, essentially. If they're taking Kyogo off, or if they're trying to win a game, they need someone to be a similar level to Kyogo, and O's just not at that level. He is really not. But St Mirren did have some more chances, and to be honest, they got the ball into the Celtic box quite a lot after it went 2-1, but they couldn't really create anything clear-cut. Joe Hart had a decent save for a header. There was a few Celtic blocks, and again, Phillips I just don't think looks that good at the back, but St Mirren couldn't get the ball into the back of the net, and finally the whistle did go. But there was one really good chance where Kyogo is through, and Gogic slips on his ass, and I mean, Kyogo surely should finish this, and he tries to chip Semming. He tries to dink over Semming, and Semming makes a great save, and it goes out for a corner. And I like Kyogo. I think Kyogo's the best striker in the league, but he needs to improve on his finishing, because what if that was 1-1? What if that's a chance for Kyogo to win the game? Now, maybe you could argue he would maybe try something different, but I'm not convinced. That I think that's a bad miss for Kyogo, and he really should have scored it, but he didn't. Celtic won. Is what it is. 2-1 victory. We had Celtic fans also protest. A lot of them walked out at the beginning of the match after kick-off. I think they were showing solidarity with the Green Brigade, so it was a very empty Celtic Park tonight. If I had to guess the attendance, I'd probably say, I mean, roughly maybe 42, 45 out, around that mark. Certainly was a lot of empty seats tonight, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward and how long that suspension is going to last for. There was also a banner directed at the police which did not make any sense whatsoever. I don't know if Celtic fans are blaming the police for the ban for the Green Brigade, but it was Celtic Football Club that made that decision, and now the police were getting called clowns, so I just don't get that. But anyway, look, Celtic win, they stay top of the league. Rangers are currently beating Dundee, so if they can win that, they will bring the gap back down to 5. But good night for Celtic, good win against the third best team in Scotland, and a good performance also for St Mirren, proving why they are indeed the third best team in Scotland and have only lost to both old firm sides. It was very close tonight. St Mirren could have got a point if they'd held it a little bit longer, but that moment for O, was the difference maker. So fair play to him, but I think he needs to offer a bit more overall with his gameplay. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, been Fog Football. Thanks for watching, and peace.